me.
It's hot.
It is hot in here.
All right, we are back. Dungeons After Dark. Heroes at Large. Temporary name, placeholder. Till we maybe find something better.
I think it's a great name.
Well, you certainly have proven yourselves to be heroes.
I think you did good with that name.
10 minutes after being granted a pardon, you stole a ship and threw the entire crew overboard.
Yeah, that's not going to make us stand out.
Well, that was a slave ship, and we liberated the crew, right?
And paid them.
And paid them. We gave them jobs.
Yeah, so you guys all have death warrants. You have temporary pardons to try and save the world. You've set out to follow up on one of your clues.
Wait, what was happening in the world that we have to save it?
Oh, well, this thing happened. It's called the Great Expulsion, and 3 sorcerers decided they wanted to be immortal, so they just summoned up a whole bunch of wild magic, shoved it inside themselves, but that created an imbalance. Yes, largely an evil creature known as Tony the Prawn, pure evil, is responsible for every great calamity you've heard of in the past 300 years. His counterpart, Calabas the Crab, you must find him, and he can help you to destroy Tony the Prawn, but only after you've released all the wild magic inside the 3 sorcerers.
Crystals.
What's the third sorcerer?
Huh?
There's Tony the Prawn, Calabas.
Those aren't the sorcerers.
Those aren't the sorcerers.
Oh.
They were created by the imbalance of magic.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so they're just like magical things. They're born of wild magic?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely, yes. It was the Great Expulsion that caused them to come into being. It was part of trying to fix the imbalance.
Okay, and now we're on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where we're going.
We are selling to...
A map.
It's a hastily made map by yours truly, but I'm going to work on it. Going to work on it. So you started in the city of Wonderwall.
That was a fun town. That was a fun thing we did.
Yeah. You
Like
guys-
half the city lived in a cliff face.
in the walls of the
Yeah.
city itself. Yeah.
I gotta ask, are you gonna continue to do lyrics through this entire campaign?
You know, when the possibility arises.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know you love it.
we need to go to Chumba. Right next to
That's right.
Wumba.
That's one
But it's
possibility. You're also supposed to go to Loose and Lucky Lake.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
that's
Yep.
right.
Mhm,
Loose and
mhm.
Lucky Lake.
That's probably by Chumba, isn't it?
It's not on this map.
Well,
Oh,
look at that.
It's down here. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If you recall, you were going to sail southward down the coastline. That was your plan last time, but I mean, it's a new
Yes.
day. You're on a ship in the ocean.
Because what was it, Loose and Lucky Lake, that we had to find?
Tony the Prawn, I believe, right?
Is that where?
You can't go straight to Tony. He'll murder you.
Yeah. We gotta go to Calabas the Crab. Calabas the Crab is at Chumbawamba?
No, you don't know where he is.
Oh, we're looking for him. Cool.
Oh boy.
Y'all really took notes.
You know, I used
took
to
some.
I used to have this thing where I would remember everything, and it's completely gone now.
Well, part of the reason is because it's been about a month since we...
Yeah. That's right. Well,
One of
don't
the
pull that curtain back.
sorcerers is in Chumba.
A sorcerer who has a hint for you, yes.
Ah.
It's actually a wizard, but, you know. Let's get some ocean sounds in here. Let's
say-
let's
No,
get on the
wizard-
deck.
The wizard.
There we are.
The wizard
Hey.
is at Loose and Lucky Lake.
Hey!
One of the sorcerers is at Chumba.
Hey!
That's. I just have to read them.
Yeah.
Your notes here.
I
Yeah.
just have to read them. I take notes.
Well, I feel like we should go to Loose and Lucky Lake. We should meet the Wiz.
Yeah, we need to go talk to the Wiz.
I feel like if we just
and-
stepped to a sorcerer right now, we would be turned into like
that would
frogs
be
or
bad.
something.
So, southward.
Especially a 300-year-old immortal sorcerer.
Yeah, I don't want to just be turned into a slug, you know, or a worm, because then, like, how are you supposed to love a worm? You know, I mean, you're just gonna take care of me, put me in a worm farm.
And do you recall who the sorcerer at Chumba was? To you? The one in-
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a teacher of mine, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it sure was.
That's right.
All bitch ass sorcerers. I don't like sorcerers. You know that?
You've mentioned it.
I don't like that. I don't like bitch ass sorcerers. I don't like them.
To Loose and Lucky Lake.
Yeah, so last time, like I said, you jumped onto a ship and then just Disney Pirates of the Caribbean took over the ship and threw the whole crew overboard. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen happen, and only the dice rolls allowed it.
The great rolls.
It never should have happened. So you have your own ship now.
Well, we almost like died a bunch of times. So you say they were great rolls, but
Yeah, no, yeah.
They were
this is
great
true.
when they were great.
Yeah.
And they were bad.
When you're
They were
actually
bad.
fighting for your life, you can't roll, but, you know, you go to take over a ship and it just...
Isn't that just the thing, you know?
well, we'll see how that plays out next time that some busters want to step to us.
Yeah.
Because we're level 4 now,
Oh.
so they better watch out.
Okay, so you, it's about 2.5, 3 days down the coast to, you know, the entrance to what will become Loose and Lucky Lake,
Mhm.
and you're out on the ocean, and you've got your crew of drow rowers who you have paid to be part of the ship. You have a ship's maid, as it were, and you guys, and oh yeah, there's Pipsqueak, the young half-elf fisher boy,
A little
Pip the
Pip.
pirate.
That's a little Pip.
who decided he wanted to go on an adventure, and
Pip.
you handed him a longsword and said, "Welcome to the
I did.
to the crew." So he's very excited about that. He's just kind of running around the ship, and he's like, "I've never been on a ship this big before. This is awesome. This is awesome. Can I go fishing?"
Yeah, that'd be really handy, Pip. I don't know what the stores look like down below, but
Oh, no, there's lots of fishing poles. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you be our designated fisher person?
Yeah. Oh, I can do that. Been doing it since I could crawl.
That's
It's an important
Okay.
task.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got this crew to feed now.
Sweet. And then when I catch a big fish, I can use this. And he pulls up the longsword, and he's like,
hey.
I can chop the fish up with this.
No, I think we have like knives for that.
I guess you're right. I'm gonna go fishing. So he goes. He's off. He's gonna go fishing. What are you guys doing?
Cleetus is meditating. You know, he has this ingredient or this recipe for his monastic order's brew, but they never got to the point where he could read their code, so he can't really read it. So he's just kind of sitting there trying to think back on everything he's ever been taught.
So he was a bit of a layman. He hadn't quite.
He was kind of, you know, he was brought up from a young one, but
Mhm.
it takes a very long time before you get access to those kind of things. But he was on his way.
I
You know,
see.
he was on the path to become one of their lead brewers. But
Now you mentioned last time that you had started putting together a still somewhere down on the ship.
yes, well, I'm trying to source parts for it. You know, I figure we have this ship. You know,
Is
naively thinking that because it's a slaver ship, maybe we're not going to be chased by the law. We do have a little bit of a leeway there.
possibly.
So if this is going to be a base in operations, I could at least practice my craft.
How long would it take to brew something? What's the quickest you could brew something?
I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be at least a week, maybe more.
Fair enough.
Sounds
It's a
about right.
while. I don't, you know, and I might have to do more research on actual things. But I mean, I think we have a few secrets that I do know that speeds up what would normally be how long it would take. You know.
And where is Cleetus meditating?
He, you know, we come from the hills, so we're not really used to being out in the open air in the ocean. So I'd probably be down in the ship somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. If there's like a probably the head person's the captain's quarters, I would say. It's probably the most comfortable place for me to position myself and
Okay.
set up on a settee or something. You know.
Fantastic. What about you fellas?
I'm kind of I'm at the helm. I take out the bag of holding. We've got him next to me, and we're gonna go through all the stuff that we got gathered from
Let's get to
the
that.
vampire.
Yeah.
Kind of see what kind of items we have, and
I think there was a dagger in there, right?
what was the list of items? Because there was a cape,
I know I got that cape because I wanted the swag.
there was a hat.
A good wizard has to have a cape.
Cape, a hat, a cane and a ring, if I'm not mistaken. Did you take that down, Master Note Taker?
I did not.
Okay, let me check my notes.
That's why I'm taking it down now.
Yeah. So.
Yes, here we are. Okay, so there was a Misty Cloak, which allows you to cast Misty Step once a day. The Charming Top Hat, which allows you to cast Charm once a day. The Bat Cane, which allows you to cast Swarm of Bats once a day.
God, that sounds like fun.
And the Ring of Vampire's Touch, which allows you to do Vampiric Touch once a day. And these they reset at midnight.
Like
Okay,
one
yeah,
use.
okay.
Yeah.
Not dawn. Midnight.
Not dawn, but midnight.
Our world does midnight, or just these do midnight.
What?
Most magic items reset at dawn in D&D,
Right.
but these specifically reset at midnight.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes, because they belong to a vampire.
Hey, I think what you want? What do you want to parse out?
It's like the cane and
I
the
feel like the cane's very you.
and the ring, because a good ship's captain needs a good cane.
Good ring. Okay.
And a ring. I think I could put both of those to use.
So like nobody wants the top hat then, I guess.
I mean, the monk's kind of ugly.
You want to give this to Cleetus?
I think Cleetus really needs
Okay, let's give it
a
to him.
little
Let's give it to
boost
him.
in the charm area. I know he has trouble with the ladies sometimes.
Cleetus, what's your charisma score?
I got a +1 to charisma.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a folksy charm.
Okay. I thought someone had garbage charisma.
Means ugly.
Oh, it was you.
Garbage charisma.
Yeah. So that wouldn't really help you out a whole lot having that hat.
Also, I don't really want that hat.
yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like its aesthetic.
I already have a pirate's hat.
First of all,
yeah.
like, only a goober's gonna wear a top hat, So I'm not doing that.
A monk in a top hat.
Oh yeah, I mean he might rock it
That's-
different.
I mean, if you approach Cleetus with a top hat,
I'm just saying
you never know what's going to happen.
I'm not trying to draw more attention to my short stature. I'm not trying to look like I'm compensating for being 3 foot tall. Like I don't.
Says the man wearing a tall, pointy hat. Okay. Okay. So yeah, continue.
Yeah. So let's. Hey, you want to go give? Let's go give Cleetus his hat.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We go to find our acquaintance.
Okay. So you go below decks.
As you approach the area that I'm in, you smell like just a strong,
Like fumies.
yeah, like a fumey smell.
My eyes are watering.
No, not that bad.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay,
you smell
okay,
it.
okay.
It's just like, whoa, what is that?
I kind of perk up. I'm like, I like what you're
I don't
doing.
think it's. I'm not brewing anything yet. I'm more just. I think it's just an essence that comes off from my. Why do I always play stinky characters? It's weird. From my
That's your bag, baby.
my meditation. It's
just
just like
love stinky
something.
characters.
It's like if you spend a night drinking whiskey, the next morning you smell like whiskey. It's kind of like.
Oh, yeah, it's kinda like
like that.
Yeah. So you smell this and you see that the captain's quarters door is slightly ajar, and
Is it a door or is it a jar?
it is an ajar door. And as you push the door open, you see that there's like this haze. There's an incense burning, and you see that Cleetus has removed his robes, and he's wearing one of those like the raggy type underwear that like.
A loincloth?
Yeah. And he's sitting there cross-legged, and he's just sweating bullets, with his eyes closed.
It smells like.
Hey,
It smells like barley and
Cleetus
ass
the
in here.
monk. Do you want this top hat or maybe this whip?
That was a whip.
Hey
There's a
man,
whip,
hey
too, a +1
man,
whip
hey.
that we got from the slaver.
That's a slick little top hat. Does it got any special features?
It allows you to charm people. And I toss it to him.
When I catch it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that'll work. I really like that. Thank you so much.
What you working on over there? What you got?
Well, so I come from a long line of moonshine monks. That's kind of my trade.
Moonshine.
Yeah,
Is
moonshine.
that like rum?
Similar, a little stronger. if you're into that kind of thing. It'll make you go blind. But you know, my abbot he gave me our secret recipe of our order, but we have a code that I hadn't learned all the way yet. So I'm trying to hone in and see if I can remember anything that I was taught to be able to read this. And I mean, I know how to make a basic mash and distill and do all the things to make it, but there's certain aspects of that you just have to do a certain way to get to what is the way. You know what I mean, man?
The way. Okay.
I was in Brewers Club when I went to school. Do you want me to take a look at it?
Yeah, no, hand them.
And then I'm gonna lend the help action to you to help you figure out what you're trying to figure out.
Does that work for like code breaking?
Well, I'll say it'll give you advantage on your meditation
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
to make this brew.
We're gonna roll for. What would that be? Would that be
Is it-
memory, or would it be?
If you're trying to remember something, I think history.
Insight,
History.
history.
history,
Or if there's magic to it, you could roll Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. Yeah,
That's all even
yeah.
for me. Oh
You tell us.
no. I'll roll for religion
Oh,
because it's my religion.
That is your religion.
So yeah, I'm gonna go into it. Give me 1 sec.
And I'm
put
there
the
like
chance back on.
I'm there looking at your bowl with you and be like pointing to stuff, and you get advantage from the help action.
I gotta find it right.
Yeah, you see him. He sits back down, cross-legged, and closes his eyes, and proceeds to ignore everything going on around him. Yeah, you kind of get the feeling maybe you should back away slowly. Perhaps leave him to his leave him to his chanting.
I sure got a jaw harp. That would be the ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. We'll figure it out.
Well, you get advantage. You get advantage. That doesn't count.
He did give you the help action.
That doesn't count. You got the help action. Doesn't count.
Wow.
That's better.
That's a 14.
Okay. Okay.
I gotta save that one. That's good.
Good.
Cleetus. Does Cleetus have any weapons?
Cleetus, I have a spear.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like my walking stick,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also have a short
Hey,
sword that
hey.
somebody gave me, and then some darts
Give him
and
the thing.
daggers. And
Do you want?
Give
Do you
him
want
the
this?
thing.
There's a whip.
It's a +1 whip.
Use this whip. It's a +1 whip.
Oh, I don't know about
Could
a
come
whip.
in handy. You're a monk. You're all nimbly bimbly.
And if you
You could
carry
use it to swing from the rafters.
it's like reclaiming a weapon from evil because it's been used to beat slaves with. So I
Yeah, but you know, man, evil's
just put it on your hip.
a kind of it's kind of like a liquid. You know, it's kind of like a moonshine. Moonshine itself is not necessarily evil, just because it might make some people do evil things. And then what defines evil? But yeah, yes, I guess I can hold on to your whip. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Toss him the whip.
Oh, I know what
this
you mean.
is
It's
nice. This is really well made.
I feel the same way about necromancy, right? Necromancy. I don't think that anything's evil in the face of it.
What
Well,
is
a lot
what
of-
is necromancy?
Necromancy is the manipulation of life magic. So, most people that use necromancy do so in order to
I think I'm going to go back up to the top
revive the
deck.
dead, or animate a skeleton, or make a zombie, or do all that.
Revive the dead.
Yes, revive the dead. Yes.
And that do they come back the same?
Most of the times they do not know.
Oh.
No, most of the times they come back as an empty husk, soulless, and they're missing a piece of themselves, and that can be evil. But I don't think that the school itself is evil. And in my educated position, I think that all healing magic is also necromantic magic because it also manipulates the life forces.
Huh. Anyway, what does the 14 do for? I don't want to speed run this necessarily.
No.
I'm not calling you out.
You do recall that when you graduate from monkhood, as it were, that is usually when you're given a weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and more often than not, you are also given a cipher.
Okay. How do you spell cipher?
CIPHER, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see why.
CY? No, it is CIPH, I believe.
Cipher, yeah. I'll spell it both ways just to be sure. So, and not to reveal too much or to ask too much or be, I feel I can say this. I kind of have an idea of like I feel like Curtis is going to make a series of, so you have mash and then you distill it and then you can age it and do some other filter it and do other things at the end of that. The mash is the big thing that takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The distilling takes a day maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and the filtration. So like getting it from mash to moonshine is a day long process, but getting the mash made is kind of like I'm basically going to build a mash and maybe a series of them through this campaign. Like,
Yes.
and maybe I'll get better at it as I go, but hopefully they'll all have interesting effects until I can get it figured out.
Yes. Well, and with the 12, you find you have
14.
14. You have half of the ingredients that you need to build a still.
Okay.
It's that piping that you're really looking for.
Yeah. So I
that
need to
you
find
didn't find on the ship.
yeah, there's no metal or anything here that I could use.
Not really.
Okay.
That you found.
Yeah, but I probably found some pretty quality corn.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Some materials that I can work with.
Yeah. Half the materials for the equipment and half the materials for the making of the stuff.
Okay.
I see your intellectual endeavor that you're undertaking, and it's kind of giving me inspiration. Like the first combat we got into, I took this guy's buckler, made a little shield, a little buckler. I took that as my booty, and I've had it slung over my back, and I wanted to make a little brazier out of it. And so I want to, Cleetus, can I have some of that ingredients? It seems your ingredients seem to be really non-magical in a way, but what you're kind of like doing to it, it seems like you're infusing them.
Well,
can I just have a little handful?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, when I think about it, you can give it a shot, but I feel like the magic happens in the mix, not necessarily the part of it is just having really high quality ingredients, sure, but we never had the highest quality ingredients out in the woods, you know, so.
I just want that set of ingredients, just
Sure.
a little handful of that mash there. I just
Sure.
want to take it.
Well, I haven't made the mash yet.
Well, the stuff you're going to make a mash out of, I want
Yeah.
to take it, I'm going to put it in my brazier, and I'm going to start doing a ritual.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to assist me in this, how about we do we bifurcate our process and we run two simultaneously experiments.
Okay, let's do that. Yeah.
And I'll work on mine, but I would love your assistance on a second.
I just want to see what I can.
The more we can
drum
make
up.
happen, the faster we can make some moonshine and have a good time.
You're making magic over here, and I want to see what happens when I do this. When I commit your process to my process, I want to see what happens.
I like the way you think.
So I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that
man.
in this little buckler that I'm gonna use as a brazier. I'm gonna start doing a ritual. Takes like an hour, and what I'm doing is I'm doing a ritual casting of Find Familiar. I'm trying to do Find Familiar. I'm trying to burn his stuff in there and see what I can summon up.
We're gonna I'm just making some notes here, but we're gonna call yours the Xyzall blend.
Oh, okay, cool.
So where are you doing this?
In the same room in the ship. That
We
he-
basically turned the captain's quarters into a
Brewery.
brewery.
or, yeah.
So there's a small porthole in this room, and give me a perception check.
I'm up top.
5 is what I. well, perception. Not,
14.
Okay.
Do I also need to roll, or just them?
No, just them.
Okay.
So Cleetus, you're looking through your supplies, your materials, and you hear a tap 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 on the porthole, and you look out there, and there's a seagull there, and it's staring with its little eye into the room, and then presently you both hear inside your heads, "Whoa! What are you doing there, boy? What are you doing there, little wizard?
it's this guy again. It's this guy again. It's the seagull again.
If I'm not mistaken, looks like you're trying to find familiar. I'm the familiar."
You summoned me yesterday.
I did. I wanted to see if this would change your personality. It failed. I wanted to see if this would I wanted to see if maybe it would make you drunk or something. I'm experimenting. I'm experimenting.
Oh, you're trying to make a blend that
yeah, I'm experimenting.
makes you familiar. You're making bird seed?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Man, we had a lot of different kinds of birds and creatures in the mountains and the woods where I was, in the hollers, and
Yeah.
God, I've never seen anything more miserable than a seagull.
Open up the port. Let him in. Let him in.
Ah, jeez. And then
Oh, might as well stay inside. Weather's looking pretty bad out there.
Is it?
And what's wrong with me, by the way?
Oh, nothing. Nothing's wrong
Just
with you.
because I don't want to be alive anymore. I want to be unalived.
I just feel like you're so depressed. And you depress me.
Oh, what's the point in living?
That's the thing is you're bound to me now, but whenever I summon you, you just make me so depressed. I just want you, do you have anything that you could get? Can you get him drunk or something?
Man, I have a little bit. I might have a little nipper on me. Whenever I was there, I would take as a little side experiment. I would take from our master brew. We had a big still that was just for everyone to take from, and it was our master brew. And I took that, and I've been practicing further concentrating it. And I have just a little bit. He can give it a shot, but I'm telling you, maybe a teaspoon.
Okay, let's see. You want some of this? You want to join the crew?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I think I'd rather just lay down and die.
Can you? Have we lost sight of the shore? You were just out there, right?
Yeah, no, I still see land.
Still see land. Okay.
And the storms are coming this way.
And a storm. Is it in the rear or is it in the?
It's coming up from behind.
It's coming from behind.
I see a lot of lightning. If we're not careful, we're all gonna perish.
Well, okay. Well, then we definitely have to go tell. We definitely have to go tell Edwin about this.
And you hear thunder.
Are we gonna give this seagull some
Oh yeah, let's give it a little nip.
concentration?
Let's give it a little nip. I command you as my familiar to take a nip.
Wait, what are you giving him?
It's basically like the master brew of the monastery I came from.
Mm.
You remember Waterboy, Bobby Boucher? He had the ice, the thing from the glacier. You know?
Yeah.
I'm imagining it's something along those lines. I don't want to just throw this. I haven't brought this up until now. I just made it up. So,
Sure. You want to give him a little bit of that?
Yeah, just a little taste.
Like a
of it.
1cc. Like a little 1cc taste.
It could be good or bad. You never know.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. And he goes, "All right, I'll take a little nipper. I ain't been proper drunk in probably about 140 years. I don't think it'll work, but let's give it a go." And I mean,
It's magical.
Pour it into like a little teaspoon and hand it
yeah.
to his little bird beak.
And
Any
give
baby
me.
bird 'em?
Is there what's the check? It's not medicine anymore, is it?
For me?
No, for anyone. For what the
For what this would be? I
Yeah.
mean, this is liquor.
yeah, but is there like a medicine check? What is it called these days?
There's medicine check.
I mean, that would be a Constitution save, right?
No. Yeah, but I want you to give.
Giving him medication.
Two medicine.
Well, honestly, so it kind of goes back to this is a religious
Okay.
potion
Okay,
in a way.
roll your
So roll
religion
for
for doling out some of this mother. What is that?
Nat
Isn't that-
20.
Wow.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can't wait.
What a thing
This
to
table, I
waste
really
a
like
20
what y'all
on.
did with this
You
table.
like that? I know, it's
It
good.
rolls really well.
You were about to murder a familiar, but
I mean, we've probably been better off, honestly, if we never have to hear that voice again.
I like the voice. He's just so. I want to cheer him up.
Oh,
I want to give him the zest for life back. You know.
so he gulps it down and he goes, "Oh, that's mighty tasty. Oh,
Yeah, little
oh, I
nutmeg.
feel good, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I've flown around before in mist form, in bat form,
Mm-hmm.
as a vampire, but now I can shit on things.
It's dope, isn't it?
It's kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Think I might fly around a little bit before the storm hits and see what I can shit on. Goodbye. Goodbye, boys! And he jumps out the porthole.
Yeah. Good.
He's gone.
Good. I can call him back anytime we need him. I can call him right back. That's good.
I have to remember that even though he gets a little dirty when he's drunk, he probably shouldn't be cursing so much.
No, it's all good.
We'll put some bleeps in later. So anyways, that's good there. Nat 20. We're crawling towards that major crit for ill or goodwill. And you're going to go up on deck to notify Edwin Reach.
I'm probably going to stay where I am.
I'm gonna go run up. And I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna tug on the back of his shirt like a child. I'd be like, Edwin.
I just kind of swat.
Edwin. Hey, Edwin. Hey, look behind us.
Oh, yeah. There's a storm of brewing. I've been through worse. These drow, they make good sailors.
Yeah, I'm glad. You know, we've been talking about evil a lot lately and how it's not fair to think something is evil by nature and
Naughty by nature?
and nowhere is that more apparent than these fine drow. You know, they don't really get a good shake in the world. People think that they're evil. It's like,
No, they're not evil. They're just misunderstood.
you know, just because you
It's like
live
any pirate.
underground, yeah, it doesn't make you evil.
No.
So let me
They're
ask you.
just darker than everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
And you hear, and you look over, and there's a drow man.
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, man?
And he's kind of munching on some salted fish.
Hey, guy.
Hello.
Hey, pal. What's up?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying some salted fish and racism over here.
What are you talking about? We're
Not all that bad, eh?
yeah, we're defending
Darker than the rest, eh?
yeah, we're defending you against the public's perception. We're saying that the public's perception of you as a people is wrong. That's what we're saying.
Would you like for me to do a little dance for you?
I mean, it's not going to help anyone to put your head in the sand and pretend that like racism doesn't exist in this fantasy world. It's kind of built on it. So we're saying that you shouldn't be like that. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's called speciesism now.
You see that? Like we're
not
trying.
yours.
You see what we're saying? We're allies. We're on your side.
Fair enough.
Do you remember yesterday when you guys were like slaves and stuff?
Drow lives matter.
Do you remember that? Did we?
I'm gonna go enjoy my salted fish elsewhere.
Why do you think that?
Carry on,
Why
gentlemen.
do you think that we're like this?
Carry on, gentlemen.
No, I'm not. I don't like the way this is making me feel.
You know what? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just a little bitter.
No, I don't need you to apologize to me. Please don't. I just want to make it clear that that's not how we are.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And he walks away.
You know these people. Granted, I understand that people are sensitive.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
fine. You know,
It's fine.
it's fine.
Don't talk to the drow.
It's fine.
They think you're racist. They might not like you because you're tiny.
That's okay. That's like the same thing.
It's not. I won't explain it to you.
You hear thunder.
Cleetus
and
comes running from underneath. And he's like, guys,
the wind is picking up.
Are we worried about this storm we got?
Edwin
I
said
am
we shouldn't be
struck.
worried.
The drow that are working on the top deck to furl out the mainsails so we can book it.
Okay, so what do you say to them precisely?
Furl down the mainsails.
Okay.
We've got to outrun the storm.
Would it kill you to say please?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Aye, aye, Captain. Everyone, we've got work to do. Storm's coming. Let's get up decks. Let's get these sails furled and batten down the hatches.
Edwin, for expedience sake, we should probably nip this in the bud and make sure that they're not going to ask you to say please every time. There's a storm coming up, and they're just making things take a lot longer.
Captains don't need to say please.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think that a captain needed to say please at all.
Well, while y'all are debating the, merits of please, what's our plan? Are we heading into the storm? Like,
No, we're trying to outrun it. We're trying to get to the lake. That's where we want to be in a storm. Inland waters.
so what do we need to start rolling for? Battening down the hatches?
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of that, so
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Not sail.
Okay.
I can't even reach the jib. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not part of the crew.
So are you going below decks? What do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go below decks.
Okay.
I don't want to get rained on.
All right. So yeah, let's get some sleight of hand checks for running around doing things you're supposed to do. I'll roll 1 for your crew.
13.
5. Wait, sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Sorry. 10.
Okay. So y'all get everything shored up. You're trying to outrun the storm, but it's a little bit faster, and the rain starts beating down, and you see a seagull come flying unsteadily off the wind, and he alights on Edwin's shoulder with ease. He goes, "Oh, blow, wind, blow! Blow me down! This is going to be a bad one, mate. We better look out for ourselves. Although, if I drown, I'll be fine." And he hops off your shoulder and scampers down the steps to below decks. And the waves are getting huge now. And they're rolling across the deck. And you see that half of the drow are up above decks, ready to do your bidding. And just a massive 10-foot wave rolls across the deck.
He's gonna take our ship.
And I need dexterity saving throws from you two.
Us two?
Yeah.
8.
What'd you get?
8.
What, you both got 8s?
Nat 20.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you got to. Oh,
Another nat 20, yeah.
Oh.
So, with your nat 20, you see Edwin Reach, who was standing around with his hands on his hips staring at the storm like he was nonplussed, just go sideways. And he is going overboard, and I will give you advantage to save him with your natural 20.
Is it any just straight roll?
It's another dex save to catch Edwin Reach before he plummets overboard.
16?
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
first roll. I'll do another one. Yeah, 16.
So this wave just crashes down, and you just...
I'm hoping I just grab him and I hook my foot on something.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you do. Like, you're headed towards the railing, and as he pitches over, you hook that leg and you snag him and pull him right back on deck.
I got you, brother.
Oh, this is a hell of a storm.
Hey, you haven't got your sea legs, have you?
I take hold of the helm.
Okay, all right.
A little weary, but like, okay. I'm going to keep hold of this.
Very good. And let's get a piloting check from you. Whatever you think, whatever appropriate skill that would be. You could call it nature, you could call it sleight of hand, you could...
Yeah, we'll do sleight of hand.
Okay.
That's going to be a 20.
Nice. Not natural, though.
Not natural.
Total. All right, so, you had the right idea. You knew what you needed to do, which was to outrun this storm. And you do a fair good amount of piloting. You're steering, across the waves. And, after a very close brush with being yeeted into the ocean, I think you learned something from that experience. And you do manage to
to beat the storm, and you're coming up on the inlet on the map. And so you know that you're headed the right way. This will lead to the lake if you continue down it. There is a small... You're passing by the docks of some swamplands.
Left or right, or both?
On your left, I believe, if you look at the map.
Let me consult my trusty map. So if we're coming in, it'll be on the left-hand side.
Yeah. Yeah. So...
Roux.
Yes. Yes. You may stop here if you wish, or just continue on into Loose and Lucky Lake.
Is it just a swamp? We don't see any buildings or anything?
You see buildings.
Buildings?
And
Okay.
Decks,
so it's like
buildings.
A swamp town.
Yes, that's exactly what it
Swamp
is.
Town.
Yes. So it's a rickety swamp town.
Okay. How big is it?
Small.
Small?
Not tiny, but definitely not a big town.
They have a dock big enough to facilitate a ship of this size?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I start pulling in there so we can get docked while the storm passes.
Okay.
I instruct all the drow to start pulling in the sails so we can start slowing down and start our docking procedures.
Okay.
Is this storm coming inland, or is it mostly out there?
It's following y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna blow over land. More than likely. Let's do another sleight of hand check for your docking procedures.
13.
Okay. Yeah. It's a little bit bumpy, but you get it figured out. And the storm's kind of rolling in, and you see there's a sort of like a lean-to set up on the dock, and a gnome comes out from under this lean-to, and he goes, "Oh, it's a nasty storm out here. Do you want to come in and get dry?"
Yes, that's why we've docked.
And he points back under the lean-to and does a come hither motion, and a couple other gnomes come out, and they start tying it up, securing it really well. He goes, "Okay, well, just follow me."
I have to make ready the ship for shore. We'll be on shore shortly.
I'm just gonna go ahead and hop off.
Okay. Well, like y'all are all. Well, no, you were up.
I was
He's
up
downstairs.
top.
I'm gonna go. Hey, come on.
Oh, hi.
I'm gonna go to Hey Man a little bit. Hey Man, y'all got kind of like a store or anything around here, like a hardware store?
Yeah, we got a all the stuff store. We got one of those.
Where can I find all the stuffs?
It's down the deck way.
Oh, just that way?
Yeah, you really can't miss it.
All
It's
right. All right, thanks, brother. Edwin,
Yeah.
you got all this?
Yeah, we're good. You go. We'll catch up. We'll meet you at the store.
I'm looking for parts for my stills.
okay. So yeah, it's wind's blowing, it's raining. You're walking down the dock, and you see that just about everyone that around you they're all gnomes. It's all gnomes. Oops, all gnomes. And
I'm gonna get out there and I'll look around and I'll be like, "Huh, it's my kind of town. I like this."
Are you like taller than everyone?
yeah,
by like 3 inches? I feel like a
I feel
giant.
like a giant.
Yeah, 3 to 5 inches taller than everybody. I like look down my nose. Hello, fellow townspeople. Hi.
Hey, brother, how does it feel to be large and in charge?
That's right. That's what I am. That's what I am. You know what? I'm gonna head towards a tavern.
All right, well, you find a tavern, I'll hit you on the sending stone.
Okay,
I'll find you.
I'm gonna find how this place parties.
Yeah.
okay. So y'all are actually headed to the same place. There's a
It's all
large
the things, yeah.
there's a large like sort of roundabout structure, and you could tell that. So it's like all the places butt up against each other.
Oh, hey, Cleetus. Funny thing. I think the tavern's on the other side of the all the stuff store.
You're joking.
Yeah, no. So you don't have to just come right
When
over.
I opened the door to the store, I'm like, man, you can see right through it.
Yeah, there's a door that goes from one to the other.
It's kind of like one of those gas stations that has like a Burger King.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
yeah,
has a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
different
It's like
things.
Totally.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see the gift shop? They have a gift shop over here.
They got like trucker headsets and stuff in there. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a travel center like right over here. I'm
Yep.
gonna go get some brochures.
You see any gnome nuggets in there? Let me know.
Yeah. So there's
They
the
have they're called Nutri-Rat
nuggets.
nuggets. They have Nutri-Rat nuggets over here. That's what I
It's
see.
Nutra Nuggets.
It's Nuckies. You know,
Nuckies.
but with GN.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's Nuckies, and that includes the all the stuff store.
Mhm.
That includes the baby's Black Saloon, and yeah, I guess that's where you're both headed, respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a big flashing sign.
Yeah, yeah, Baby's Black Saloon. So yeah, what? Okay, so
I'm getting some brochures from the travel center.
Yeah.
I'm looking them up. I'm looking at this one. I'm like, dang, this one has a picture of a white alligator on it. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
yep, and there's
Yeah.
there's
But hey, don't get something for Loose and Lucky Lake so we know what we're getting into. They might have a
here it is.
walking
Yeah,
tour.
there's a map. There's a map of the town, Loose and Lucky Lake. I put that in there for sure.
yeah, and the Loose and Lucky Lake one, you see there's a voucher for one free slot pool.
Oh hell yeah, I got that. That's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's an info on alligators and mosquitoes and other dangers of the swamp.
I literally get one of each of
Okay.
the brochures because I love information. So I've got all of them.
Okay. So you walk into Baby's Black Saloon,
Mhm.
and all the gnomes are wearing diapers, and you walk in, and one of them comes up to you and he goes, "Goo goo gaga, welcome to Baby's Black Saloon. How can I help you?"
Yeah, I was hoping you had some, I don't know, like some building materials or something like that. Just a selection I could look at.
"This isn't a hardware store. It's a bar."
But isn't it connected to the hardware store?
"Yes, technically."
Oh, well, where is it? This way or which way is the hardware store?
Oh, it's that door right over there.
Oh, my apologies. All right, no, start walking that way.
All right, so you
I'm gonna go walking up to him with one of these. So I'm like, hey, did you know that the town's mascot is Jimmy? He's an albino alligator. And show it to him. It's right here. He's 15 foot long. He's a white alligator. That's the town's
I've never
mascot.
seen
Pretty
anything
cool.
like that in my life. What is that?
I don't know. Just pretty cool.
Do you think it's still alive?
Maybe so. It would make one hell of a pair of boots. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna go in this bar over here.
All right, I'll be right there. Just save me a seat. All right.
All right. You go into Hardy's hardware store. And there's a gnome lady, gnome girl actually. She's pretty young, and she says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, ma'am. So I need to do like a perception check to see what kind of hardware store is this, because it could be like an Ace Hardware where they have like a little bit of everything, or it could be more of a material supply place, so you're gonna have more basic materials, not so much tools.
It's more of a catch-all.
It's a catch. So they have a surface level amount of things. So I could probably, ma'am, do you have any flat sheets of metal,
Yeah, we have that. Yes.
like tin?
Uh-huh.
Our copper would be preferred.
Well, we have a lot of moonshiners out in these swamps, so that goes pretty quick.
Really?
But, I'll see what I can find.
Wait, just to ask, there's not a moonshine store in town, is there?
Well, they source a lot of their stuff from us.
Okay, so y'all are gonna have what I'm looking for.
Probably.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. The last piece of copper went out last night, but I think we'll be getting something in the next few days.
Next few days.
Yeah.
Next few days. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you might talk to some of the moonshiners.
Sure.
I think who the closest moonshiner that you could talk to, who would that be? Oh, yes, you could talk to Mercurio.
Mercurio?
Mercurio.
Mercurio. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you? Where does he normally hang out?
He lives in a dead tree. It's about southwest from town. It's a huge dead old tree.
Can't miss it, huh?
No,
Is
because
it near the river?
yes. It's near the river. You can usually see the smoke offput from his
Sure.
operation.
I could probably smell it, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to him and hand him a brochure.
Oh.
It's like, hey, this is a brochure from Mercurios.
Oh wow. Well, that's really
Yeah, it's right upstream. There's a dock where rowboats can park, and they serve garballs from 3 to 6.
Wow. Okay, you want to come there with me later?
It's a trendy spot apparently. It's pretty cool.
Well, how about we get a few drinks and then we'll go jaunt on down to Mercurios. Ma'am, thank you so much for all your help. Just I know you're out of copper, but do you happen to have any I know you have some other materials like some rivets.
Yes.
You have some rivets and a rivet tool. I lost mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm basically gonna see if I can any other little bits and pieces where I could get like I'm halfway there. I want to get like 75%, 3/4 there, and then I'm missing the final piece of the copper.
Yeah. Yeah. You find those odds and ends. Yeah. Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna say, Xyzall, let's go drink, man.
Yeah, man, let's go.
I'm so glad to be on dry land again. You have no idea.
Oh yeah, me too. I think
The sea creeps me out.
I think Edwin's probably not as stoked as we are, but you know.
What is Edwin doing?
So I've been
He's just ordering drow around.
instructing the drow.
The ships never
Taking
look
them
better.
sailors. This is what we do
Yeah.
when we dock. You know, we
Yeah.
roll up
Building
all
from
the
scratch.
sails, make sure the mooring's good, make sure we're attached to the dock securely, especially because of the storm. We're closing all the doors and everything.
Yeah, and they're getting rained on, so they're like extra, like whatever you say, whatever you
We're
say.
getting everything done.
I
and
kind
then
of
once
I kind of want to make it. I want to ask to have him roll for his managerial skills.
Yeah,
can I use intimidation?
if that's the route you want to go.
Is that your managerial? Is that your technique?
I mean, I can do persuasion.
There's lots of styles.
There's lots
You
of
know,
management
one
styles.
one is asshole management style, the other is not.
I'm gonna do
So,
persuasion. 'cause
Okay,
I'm
there we go.
I'm a happy pirate.
There we go.
17.
Hey, you know what? You're making great headway. Any suspicions of the slightest hints of any sort of speciesism has gone right out of their heads, and they feel like a crew now.
I'm
Wow.
extra encouraging because I want this information that I'm telling them to sink in so they become a more efficient crew.
Yes. Yeah. You're making really good headway.
Uh,
You got yourself a crew.
I instruct them to set up duty sections.
Mm-hmm.
That way, about half of the drow stay on the boat.
Mhm.
The other half will have liberty. That way they can go out and have a good time
Yeah, and swap in and out.
and then swap in and out. And that's the routine.
Very good. So yeah, what next for you fellows?
And then I head to after all of that, I head to the
I think we're gonna. I would assume. So, what time of day is it?
Let's
Is
see.
it like we're closing on night?
Yeah. It's evening.
So we're gonna hopefully try to just settle in where we're at. I feel like
Yeah,
we're
does
in a good spot.
does Black Baby's
Black Saloon.
Black Saloon, does it
Nuckies?
have? Well, we have a ship. We don't need an inn.
We can
got a
crash the ship,
Yeah.
That's true.
Baby's Black Saloon. Yeah. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna get some
I think
drinks.
we're gonna tie one on. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna be in there. These guys come up. I'm like, guys, everything's sized for me. You guys look ridiculous. This is great. And I'm just gonna pull a stool up and sit right down with my elbows comfortably on the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're scooting around, and they hand you whatever you ask for.
Hey, get a round for me and my friends.
Is it all gnomes? We're the only non-gnomes.
Your knees come up to the counter. It's
Are there
hilarious.
any other ships in the harbor?
There are 2 ships smaller than your own in the harbor.
Fishing vessels?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And there is there are two humans sitting at a normal sized table in the corner, and it's just a girl and a guy dressed in dirty leathers, having a drink and a smoke. Yeah. Other than that, gnomes. All gnomes. Oops, all gnomes.
Oops.
I'm gonna go sit down.
Gnomes.
I'm gonna go sit down at a table with some gnomes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit at the bar.
Yeah, and I sit down next to Cleetus the monk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to a table of gnomes. Be like, well, hey, look at this. It's all locals. What's happening, guys? How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing good. Yeah, we're doing good. You care for a game of cards?
Sure. Yeah, I'll play a game of cards while you deal me in. Is there any rumors?
Rumors
About town?
Well, Oh, I heard that. Oh, you'll like this. So, there's this being that lives out in the swamps.
Yeah.
He's called Clark the Dream Spider.
The dream spider, huh?
Yeah. So, he makes dreams come true if you go see him.
Just any dream.
Yeah. Only thing is, sometimes people don't come back.
Oh wow. Well,
But sometimes they do, and their dreams have been granted.
what kind of? Okay. Where's this spider at? Where's this dream spider?
Clark the Dream Spider?
Yeah.
He's a few hours inland into the heart of the swamps.
Oh, in the heart of the swamp. I'll have to remember that. Okay.
Yeah, he never comes out of there, and only people go in there willingly.
How do I know if I find a spot? Like, is there a marker, a landmark, or anything?
From what I understand, if you head
It's gonna be covered in webs.
if you head directly east, you'll come upon his web.
Clark the Dream Spider. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay. Well. All right. I got me some cards. What's your name, fella?
Oh, my name is Tip Tip.
Hey, Tip Tip. I'm Xyzall.
Nice to meet you, Xyzall.
Nice to meet you, man.
You're pretty cool. You know, sometimes these big folk
You think
come
I'm
in here.
cool?
Yeah. So sometimes these big folk come in here and they treat us differently because we only come up to like their kneecaps.
Well, I mean, yeah. I've been called an ankle biter myself, so I understand. I get it.
That's such an atrocious
Such a
name.
derogatory. Thank you.
That's what they call goblins. You kill people.
I know, and they suck.
Goblins do.
They do suck, and I hate the word shuffled in with them. You know what the worst is? You know what the worst is? Being called cute. We get called cute, and I can't stand it. I don't want to be cute. I'm handsome, aren't I? Tip Tip, aren't I handsome? Tip Tip.
Not my flavor, but yes. Yes.
Thanks. I just don't want to be called cute. I find it.
Well, see, I use
Infuriating.
cute to my advantage because sometimes I'll to court a lady, I'll say just the tip, and they laugh and they say how cute I am, and it works.
And it works.
70% of the time, it works every time.
What kind of girls you go after, Tip Tip?
To be honest,
The girls in this town? Is that it?
no. What I really like,
Yeah.
my favorite that I've encountered is a bald fisherman.
A bald fisherman. That's very specific, Tip Tip.
So, I don't know, something about running my hands over the bald head and the smell of fish.
And female.
Yeah.
Oh, mostly, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, mostly.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got? What's your hands? What cards you got? Right, we're playing cards, aren't we?
Yeah, I forgot about it. Talking about Clark and bald fisherman. Oh.
What are we using? Sleight of hand?
You can use whatever you want. He rolled a 2, so I'm going to bet that you won.
Oh, I got a flat 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tip Tip. Oh man.
He's like, dang. I guess I'm going to give the old Tip a rest.
Oh no. Wait,
I think my luck's run out.
You wanna wager something? You wanna wager anything? I mean, mathematically speaking, if I just won, chances are that you'll win next time. That's how math works.
Okay. Let's say if I win, you look like a magic man. Are you a magicer?
Yeah.
Could you, magic all my hair off permanently to where I'm bald?
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Okay.
I can do that for sure.
Yeah.
Permanently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you win, that's what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if I win,
Uh-huh.
I mean that's a pretty tall order what you just asked. So what's in it for me?
Oh, I guess, well, you're new here, right?
Yes. Traveling through.
So I know all the spots.
Okay.
I could take you and any of your friends anywhere you want to go.
That sounds good. I'm gonna look up it. Hey, do we need a pilot for this river?
No pilot necessary.
Well,
but
but even just around town, like
I was like, oh, okay.
I know where Clark lives, and I know where the moonshiners are, and I know where.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take you up on your service. Let's see.
Okay.
Deal them out.
Flip.
What'd you get?
A 6.
I got 19. Coming along. You're coming with me, Tip.
Knew my luck had run out.
I hope nobody at this table has any objections to that.
Oh, his friends are like, oh yeah, no, he'd been cleaning us out all night, so I
Okay.
think he was right about his luck running out. So
Okay.
please get him away from this table.
Sounds good. Sorry, I'm not gonna. If you're cool, I might be able to get rid of that hair permanently. But
Oh yeah.
But you lost,
'Cause then I could rub my own head, just rub it.
you're a little freak, Tip. You know that you're a little freak, dude.
He wants to be a tip.
And let's take a break. Take a little brief break.
Okay.
We'll come back to it. And we have returned. Our adventurers were getting some drinks at the Baby's Black Saloon.
Barkeep, around for the humans.
Right away, sir.
Are they drinking at the table? Yeah. I'm gonna buy them a round. And I bring them over.
You do?
Mhm.
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna
I'm
kind of.
gonna stay where I'm at.
You're gonna stay where you're at. All right. I'm gonna
Y'all,
go,
y'all right there. So
I'm gonna go talk to these humans. See what they're going on.
go ahead, man.
Yeah, so you plop down a couple of mugs, and the female, it's a redhead lass, wearing her dirty leathers, looks up and she says, "Not interested."
And a free drink.
Is that's all you? That's the.
Yeah, just fellow travelers.
And she looks across at her friend, partner, whoever, and it's just a guy with a shaved head, and
Tip.
he's a little bit overweight. And you say that, and you look across the bar, and Tip, who was about to walk out the door, slowly shuts it and goes and sits down. So she looks at him, and he looks at her, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Well met, stranger." Clink, clink.
Cheers.
Haven't seen you around here before.
We just pulled into port.
Where from?
Oh, we're sailing from Wonderwall.
Oh,
We're on our way to Loose and Lucky Lake.
big city, that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Been there a time or two. What's your business?
We're looking for a wizard, Loose and Lucky Lake.
Oh, yes. The gambling town.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
What are you two in town for?
Oh, just
You-
passing through.
Obviously don't fit in here.
That's fair. No, to be honest, we lost our butts off at the lake.
A bit too much of the gambling.
Yeah. You could say that.
Is he telling the truth?
Insight check.
3.
Sure. Of course he is.
Oh, where y'all headed to now?
You know, I'm not sure. I would say it's wherever the luck takes us, but haven't had much of that lately, so. Saw your ship roll in. It's a nice ship.
Oh, yeah, she's a fine ship.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
Ah, you got a bit of the sea legs on you, do you?
I've been out in the ocean before.
Ah, you've done some sailing?
Absolutely.
We could be persuaded to hire some more crew.
Could you? Oh.
As long as you're okay with a smidgen of pirating.
Pirating, you say?
Yeah, when opportunity arises.
Thing like that might feed a man's gambling habit.
It very well could.
When do you ship out?
As soon as the storm passes, we plan to make our way back to Loose and Lucky Lake to find this wizard.
Okay. Okay.
How do you feel about drow?
Well,
Most of the crew is
aren't they?
former slaves, drows. They've made a fine crew.
Slave drows? That's a new one on me. Usually I just hear about them cutting people up. Your crew is drow?
Yes.
And they haven't cut you up?
No. We freed them. They
I'm
were
gonna
slaves.
I'm gonna shout from my table. Nobody's evil by nature.
but
Nobody's
everybody-
inherently evil.
But some people are naughty by nature.
Aye. So we sail with you to Loose and Lucky Lake, and you give me an advance to play some slots, some cards.
You'll make your wage on the ship.
How about an advance wage?
We don't do advance wages.
When we get to the lake,
We'll see how you fare as a crew.
say 50 gold, maybe. I mean, that's for the both of us. Obviously, she'll get her share. Yes, I will.
How much gold do I have?
Seems like a high expense. Seems pretty high.
Seems a bit pricey.
What are you offering?
Your fair share in anything we take.
Well, I don't think there will be much for the taking between here and in the lake, but what about 30 gold?
Depends on what the take is. It could be 30, it could be 100.
Well, no, I mean so that when we get to the lake, I can play little cards.
Depends on what we run into between here and there.
And the woman puts her feet up on the table and she says, 20 gold. Final offer.
It's no offer. The terms are the terms.
I'm just saying, you give us 20 gold, we will sail with you to the lake and agree to stay with you for until your next port, after the lake.
Let me speak with my partners. I go grab him and
Oh yeah. Hey, what?
we go up to the bar.
So we're a moonshine village just before we start talking to see where I'm at. Obviously, I want to try all the moonshine. Is this okay? This is kind of a thing I imagine if there's a lot of moonshines around. Thinking of it like a Fredericksburg, where you have you can go to a winery and they're gonna have all the local wines, so they're gonna have all the local moonshines, right?
Sure.
And I want to try all of them.
Okay.
So I guess
I just had a gooseberry one. It was pretty good.
I guess I can roll, let's say, a D8 for how many I've had,
Okay.
and see where I'm at.
Okay.
Oh, I had one so far. I'm doing fine.
Somehow. You're really savoring it.
Yeah, it's like, man, this is a pretty decent hint of. Ooh, is that Sassafras? Good stuff. What do y'all need?
I think we should add some people to our crew.
Those guys over there, do you trust them?
Trust.
Did they give you a resume?
A what?
CV.
A resume.
Resume?
It's a couple of it's a few pieces of parchment. The first part is called your cover page.
I wouldn't be surprised if they know how to read.
I want to give them a side-eye perception check to see if I can glean.
Well, if they don't know how to read, what
About
use
that.
are they going to be to us?
You don't need to read
14.
to sail a ship.
Everyone
Okay.
needs to read.
You see that the larger fellow is digging in his ear with his pinky.
Is he larger like fat or is he larger like fit?
Chubby.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a big threat.
He's digging in his ear with a finger, but the lady, the woman, is looking right at you when you look at her.
I'm going to tell you what.
Suspiciously.
I've got a proposition for you. What use do you think they would be on our crew? What are they there for?
All right, numbers are good.
Are they so muscle? Like we want to see. How about before you decide to hire them, we give them a little test. We test their metal. We see how they're going to react. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this right over here, and I'm going to do a cantrip, and I'm going to do shape water and turn their beverages into ice. I'm like, now let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I like this idea.
We got to see how they react. We want to test them. We don't need any people on the ship that we don't know how they're going to react when something goes wrong, goes sour.
It's a great idea. I like it.
It's a social experiment. Just sit back and watch. We're going to see what they do.
Pills, I'll follow your lead, I guess.
So I cast cantrip on their beverages and turn them into ice.
Okay.
And then keep that in your head. Now I'm going to cast minor illusion to the empty table next to them to a very suspicious looking guy who's like looking at them.
Okay.
But he's like shadowed. He's very hard to see, but yeah.
So you see that the man is like mid bringing the drink to his face when it turns to ice, and he hits himself in the eye with it. He goes, "What the hell?" And the lady has hers in her hand, and it turns to ice, and you see her hand do this a bit, and she feet still on the table, rears back and pitches that beer at you.
At me, not the mysterious stranger?
At you.
Okay.
And it knocks your beer out of your hand.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I start laughing.
Whoa, hey.
And beer goes all over you. All over you. You're soaked.
What's these shenanigans?
What was that for? Why'd you throw that at me?
And she says, I'll have another beer along with the 20 gold.
I don't trust this woman. I don't trust her. Although we did prove she can handle herself. We did prove that, but I don't trust her.
And then you see the guy across from her. He takes that mug, and it's a wooden mug, and he smashes it on the table. And he picks up the large chunk of frozen beer and just starts.
15 gold for you. And your friend, he can go elsewhere.
He goes, What did I do?
See, it was a good thing. Good test. It was a good test.
Oh no, my tongue is stuck. My tongue. Someone help! Help!
And she just gets up and walks away and comes over to your table. And she
Don't worry about it. It's gonna turn back into beer in an hour. Just don't worry about it.
and she says,
What's your story, milady?
you know, just a gal, just skating through life.
Who's your friend?
Friend. He's just someone I ran into at the dock. One gets bored. He's pretty funny.
So, do you have a crippling gambling problem like he did, or does?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. See.
No.
15 gold.
And 2 drinks.
Fair. That's fair, man.
Yeah. Here, have some moonshine. He's got plenty.
Well, not yet. Don't
I
sauce
assume
me
there's-
up yet.
I assume he has like a flight of
A
moonshine.
moonshine
I
flight.
have a flight of moonshine. Yeah.
One smells like cinnamon.
I rolled a D8, so I guess there's 8 moonshine.
Yeah.
And little fella, your nose crinkles every time you cast a spell.
Ah, she found your tail.
Okay. I mean, you know, well, the thing about magic is, you know, it's intricacies. There's these things called semantic actions and stuff, and it's like I have to do something, you know. So, and I'm not just gonna sit here waving around my hands
I
and
put
be like,
an L in
"Bibbidi-bobbidi."
his hand and then like kind of push it up towards his mouth so he'll shut
Oh,
up.
okay.
Because
You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, it's like
just keep drinking.
Okay, so you've hired someone.
What's your name, Les?
Me?
Yes.
Which name do you want?
that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
That's a red flag.
You can call me Lassie.
That's a red flag right there. I don't like that.
Does she have any weapons or anything on her? Like any items at all? Like what?
Would you
Just
like?
wearing the leathers?
Would you like to perceive?
Well, I mean, she's just from the looking at her. I don't think that requires like. I'm not looking for anything hidden, but just
She has a knife so big that you couldn't call it a dagger, but you couldn't call it a short sword.
okay. That's all she has on her. Like a
you can-
pouch.
that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a leather pouch.
Yeah.
Sure, sure. She's wearing dirty leathers, and she has a small jaunty cap hanging off of her belt. The dagger, the pouch. That's it.
Yeah, I'll do a perception check on the pouch and see like what's in it.
Okay.
I guess I could do sleight of hand. Am I in a because we're all at the bar, kind of jumbled up?
You want to?
Just kind of.
You want to touch her purse?
I want to.
You want to finger?
I want to finger her sack.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a pirate, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Oh, that's terrible.
It's a 9.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand on the opposite knee of her while he's doing that. I'm gonna see that he's like going for the pouch, so I cast Mage Hand on her knee, like as if I touched her knee.
Fellas.
Okay.
Fellas, now. Why don't we be a little more gentlemanly?
You look down, and that oversized dagger is touching your crotch, and it's in her hand. The point of it is, and with her other hand, she reaches down and scratches her knee.
Nothing there, but yeah.
Yeah, she felt something though.
Oh, you should have, yeah.
She says, "My pouch. My pouch.
Ah,
No one,
your pouch.
no one fingers my bag
Hey. Hello.
without my permission.
Ah.
We clear?"
Crystal. As clear as the sea.
And she walks away. What next, boys?
I'm assuming we kind of finish our night out. I'm gonna drink all these drinks. There's 8 moonshine drinks in front of me.
Okay.
So,
I see him getting 3 sheets to the wind.
well, I mean, I do have a higher tolerance than y'all probably do, but I mean that's a lot of moonshine.
I want to.
I'm gonna keep it easy. That way I can
Uh,
carry his ass back to the ship. I've done that a time or two.
being as how like my body mass is so small and I'm drinking fucking moonshine.
Mhm.
I want to roll a Constitution.
Oh, you both are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I get advantage on Constitution just because I'm a moonshine monk?
I would think against drinking.
Yes, you are a drunken master, after all. You do get advantage on Constitution saves when it comes to drinking any form of alcohol. This is true. This is true.
Uh, 10.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I got 15.
Okay. All right. So, as you walk back to the ship, he has one hand planted on the top of your head, and he's using you like a walker.
Get off me! Get off me!
But y'all make it back to the ship, and you as well, I assume.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I see him having issues and
And
bothering the tiny
That's
lad.
not cool. That's not cool.
And I grab him and
I'm not a cane.
we make it back to the ship.
When I get back to the ship, I'm gonna use the things that I got. I'm gonna start collecting my tools and laying things out, just because that's all I can think about.
okay,
Because I got some more materials, so I'm organizing my materials.
okay. Well, as you're
What time is it? What time is it?
It's-
It's in the night, huh?
11,
11. When I get an eyesight of the ship, since it's 11, I'm gonna use my cape to misty step right into my room, right into my quarters.
you can only misty step to where you can actively see.
Then right on top of the deck.
And as you're entering the gangplank, you hear that the woman from the bar, and she says, "Do you have a spare hammock?"
We have plenty of hammocks.
I might as well get used to the ship.
Come aboard.
All right, and
You can share my hammock.
she says, "I've probably worn thongs bigger than your hammock."
Your feet might fall off the side, but you can share mine.
I think I'll find my
There's-
own.
I
There's
drank.
plenty of hammocks.
I drank a lot. I drank a lot tonight.
There's plenty of hammocks. We'll be
Okay.
fine.
That's why they
Is
call
the
it liquid
storm
courage.
Pretty much gone.
This is sprinkling.
It's sprinkling, but it's moved off.
Yes, inland. Yeah.
I'm gonna instruct the drow that are on duty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to their duty captain, whoever that might be, 10 drow. I'm gonna inform them. We might not make underway, but be ready by midday to make underway.
Keep watch, because we're going to sleep.
Yeah, and they have their watch rotation as a ship.
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Capitan.
And if anything arises, wake me first.
Will do. Will do. How's the town?
Gnomes.
Oh.
Oh, you haven't gotten your liberty yet?
Well, being as we are, we try to be cautious about where we go.
It's not a problem when you're with us.
Cool. They're cool. They're cool over there, man. You can go. They're cool over there.
Glad to hear it. Although I think I see signs of the town shutting down for the evening.
Oh yeah, it shuts down at midnight. That's right. It's one of those towns in the south. In the south, a lot of places you can't drink past midnight. I forgot.
Pull a bottle of moonshine out of the bag of holding. And I give it to the drow and said, "Once you're off duty."
It's strange for me to say, but I think I'm actually beginning to enjoy being on this ship, which is a hard thing to accept, but I think we're gonna like it here.
And we enjoy having you.
Thanks.
It's a fine crew.
Fare thee well, and good night.
Good night.
And that's what I'll say to everyone else, because we're gonna stop right there. See what happens next time.